The policy that was written was a remodeling project for a commercial structure. It was covering renovations only, excluding the existing structure. The policy canceled for non-payment of premium. After 30 days of the policy being canceled, we get a request from the agent for reinstatement. Underwriting looks at it, and underwriting and billing were willing to reinstate it even though it was past 30 days, as long as we got a Zurich no loss letter. We left it in the agent's hands to obtain the no loss letter. Later, we find out that the no loss letter could not be sent to us and could not be signed because a theft loss had been reported. Theft happened at the job site. It was theft of materials, and the materials happened to be part of the existing structure, contents that were included in the actual commercial project being renovated. The adjuster uncovered that first, the loss was reported 18 days past the actual loss date. It shows some signs of why was it delayed, right? It's a theft, the insured wants its coverage. So as they start researching it even further, they come to find out what was stolen was actually appliances from the commercial building that they were renovating. Well, remember, I told you that this was a renovations only, excluding existing structure coverage. So now we have another issue. There is no coverage for existing structure. The materials stolen, the appliances, are not covered property under this policy. The claims adjuster found something else out. During this project, all they were doing at this commercial project was doing demolition. There had been no remodeling being performed and installed at this job site. The actual claim was denied, no covered property, and at the time of the loss, it was during that cancellation period. So there was no active coverage. So there was no choice for the claims adjuster to do other than deny the loss. We then get a request from the agent. It went to the adjuster contacted me, asking if there could be an exception made to reform the policy and add the existing structure so where we could cover the claim. Reformation could not be done. We didn't get payment in time, the policy was canceled, the loss occurred prior to our policy. The best we could do is to rewrite the coverage going forward, but we could not pick up the loss. The policy was rewritten to be able to provide ongoing coverage later, but as respect to this claim, the claim remains denied. The agent asked the questions. They delivered a policy that the insured requested. They asked for renovations only. They didn't ask for existing structure. So that was done properly. I don't know if the signed application was obtained, but if they did, that would have been done properly. What should have been done differently is to verify with the insured that no existing structure was needed. The understanding on an insured's point of view, to look at it and say, I'm doing renovations. They might be assuming that the value they gave you already included the existing structure, but they didn't realize they need to tell you. Go ahead and ask the insured to make sure you don't need the existing structure of this, covered. Do you have this covered somewhere else under another property policy? Just double check, just to make sure you're writing the proper coverage that they're looking for without them telling you. The other thing, when we add existing structure coverage, the HPIS 37 form adds that existing structure coverage. And what happens is there's a condition, and it's called the Construction Inactivity Clause. And it states, if there is no renovations within 60 consecutive days from the date of loss, there is major perils removed, and theft is one of them. But for the existing structure, you'll still have your wind, your fire, your hail. Unfortunately, the insured will suffer a 15% penalty. So that is why it's a key question that we ask you, is it going to start within 60 days? So what should the agent do? Double check that with the insured. Show them the conditions when you're adding that existing structure coverage and tell them, Can you comply with this conditions? Because here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to be excluded for apparel, and here's the 15% penalty. It's a win-win for everyone. You sold them the right policy, it delivered, and now we're paying the right proper loss. Policy correct.